Welcome to Creative 10 channel. Today we want to show you a net stitch. It's called the cat's eyes net, but it's modified so you can knit it in a round and it has a smaller holes compared to the original cat's eye net stitch. This stitch has only 3 rows of pattern repeat, so it's very easy to remember. For this stitch pattern, you need to cast on multiples of 3. And I'm using the bird net cotton yarn. That's the medium weight or worsted weight. And the needle I have is about 7 millimeter. You need a bigger needle because cotton yarn tend to become very tight and stiff. And because we have the purl 3 together in this stitch, so we need to make sure it's not too tight. Place a stitch marker at the beginning to mark the beginning of the round. And here I have a little cheat sheet showing the 3 rows. The first row is yarn around the needle and the purl 3 stitches together. Here is the yarn around the needle. The YRN or the yarn round the needle starts with the yarn in the front as if to purl, and then you wrap around the needle and return the yarn to the front again. And this way you create one stitch and you are ready to purl the next stitch. The next stitch is purl 3 together, and then you just keep repeating these 2 stitches for the whole round. We do a yarn round the needle to create one stitch, and then purl 3 together, and then yarn round the needle, and then purl 3 together. The purl 3 together might be a little bit tight, so you have to be a little patient and remember to knit it loosely and use bigger needle so it's easier to knit. You can see the yarn round needle stitch creates a slanted stitch just hanging on the needle. We end the round with a purl 3 together, and then we will start the second row or the second round. The first stitch is working on the yarn round the needle stitch from the previous row, and we are going to purl and knit into this same stitch. So first we purl, and then without taking it off the needle, we make a knit stitch. The YRN stitch becomes 2 stitches, and then we will do a purl stitch, and that's a repeat for this row. Purl and knit into the YRN stitch, and then purl stitch. And we just keep repeating this until the end of the round. Purl and knit to the same stitch, and then purl the next stitch. Now we are at the end of the round. We'll do the same. Purl and knit to the same stitch, and then purl the next stitch. And that's the end of the row 2. And row 3 is very simple. You just knit every stitch all the way around. we can just repeat these 3 rows and we will see the pattern forming with a beautiful net. In the next video, I'm going to show you how I make a market bag or the grocery bag from this stitch pattern. Thank you for watching. See you next time.